This is for specialist maths. It comes out of chapter 7, 7H, and it's really looking at integration by recognition. The sorts of questions where they give you a hint as to what to do by saying, take the derivative of this, and then hence use that answer to give you the antiderivative of that. Okay, so I need to take the derivative first, and I have our product rule. So u equals x, so u dash equals 1, v equals 4 minus x to the half. So we have a chain rule happening in here. So v dash will be a half, 4 minus x to the negative a half, times the derivative of the inside, which is negative 1. So I'm going to add negative a half, 4 minus x to the negative a half. Therefore, dy dx is going to be this times this. So minus x on 2, 4 minus x to the negative a half, plus this times this, 4 minus x to the positive a half. And I can take out a common factor of a half and 4 minus x to the negative a half. And the reason I do that is I don't want to leave a fraction in here because they end up with a fraction in the numerator. And the difference between these two common factors, the lowest power, is negative a half. So I'm going to have x times 4 minus x to the 1. The 2 went out. The negative stayed in. And that went out. So then plus, I took out a half, but I didn't have a half, so that will be 2. I'll go back one step. So I would like to take out a common factor of a half. I'd also like to take a common factor of 4 minus x to the negative a half. I took out a positive, so therefore I've got a negative. The half went out the front. This went out the front, so that leaves me with negative x. Plus, I took out a half, but I didn't have a half, so there's a 2. And I took out 4 minus x to the power of negative a half, so I'm left with 1 there. So it's going to be a half, 4 minus x to the negative a half, minus x plus 8 minus 2x, which gives me a 2 on the bottom, the square root of 4 minus x on the bottom, and up the top I've got 8 minus 3x. So that's what d dx of x square root of 4 minus x is. So the derivative of this is equal to this. So that's the first part. The second part says if I take the derivative of both sides with respect to x, then this becomes x the square root of 4 minus x equals the integral of 8 minus 3x over 2 square root of 4 minus x dx. And I've been asked to take the antiderivative of this. And now I play the game of can I recognize that in what I've got. So I'm looking for this. I can see I've got an 8 minus 3x on the top, and I've got the 4 minus x on the bottom, but I don't have the half. So if I know that a half times 8 minus 3x over square root of 4 minus x dx equals x the square root of 4 minus x, then the integral for 8 minus 3x over the square root of 4 minus x dx must equal 2x the square root of 4 minus x, which means if I integrate from 0 to 2, then that goes from 0 to 2, and my answer becomes 4 square root of 2 minus nothing equals 4 root 2 as being my